welcome to TSG Foundation's Wisdom of the Zodiac. Today's lesson meditation will be taken from Volume 3 of Wisdom of the Zodiac by Torkom Saraydarian, Chapter 42, titled Sagittarius, Kinds of Goals. So this month we are going to celebrate the sign or the constellation of Sagittarius being in perfect alignment through the Sun and our planet. And we are going to consider goals. What are goals? Goals are very, very important for us, and Torkom lays out why they are important and what kinds of goals we should strive toward. Reading on page 453 to start our discussion, we are always looking for goals. And we are, because if we don't have goals, we feel like life has no direction and no meaning for us. So this is a very natural part of human, that we have somewhere to go, some plans that we want to do, some things or projects that we want to accomplish. So goals are a very important part of our life. We are always looking for goals, physical goals, pleasure goals, mental goals, but we often look for our goals in the wrong places and at the wrong time. So goals are important. Now he's telling us that we need to find out where to look for our goals and what kind of goals and what time. What are the times that we should consider goals? So this whole Sagittarius period is a very instructive period for us to think about and meditate on what are our goals. Very, very important. So let's read the second paragraph. So often we find the right goals only after suffering to attain a wrong goal. Isn't that the truth? We do something, we say, that's really not making me happy. It's not really working for me. There are a few of us who initially can find a really worthy goal and aspire toward it. So it can happen. And we're going to see how that happens. It is also possible to know what the correct goal is without being able to actualize it. So we can have a goal and it's so far from us, we don't know how to actualize it. To actualize a goal, a person must really know the nature of the goal and be prepared to actualize that goal. So do you see all the different parts? We have a goal that we all want in our life. Everybody wants a goal, but we also have to consider to look for it in the right places at the right time, and then consider that we may achieve a goal and it could be the wrong one for us, so we have to recalibrate ourselves, reset ourselves, and we could also have the correct goal, but it is so big that we have to make sure that we know how to actualize it, and we really know how much effort it is going to take to actualize that goal. I can tell you, I know that from personal experience. When I said I will publish all the books, I had no idea how much time it would take, how much effort, but I sure learned quickly. And by striving and continuously doing the work, we accomplish so much. And I see that in my life and the life of people around me, people that I help and mentor, when they apply themselves, they get their goals right. It's so nice. So now there are goals that we think are important for us. They may be important, or they may be just a jumping off point. For example, we want wealth, position, we want power, we want social opinion, we want income, we want family, friends, loved ones. Of course, those are all worthy to have in our lives and very important, but they are not the end goal. Okay, we sometimes look at those things as the end goal rather than a means to help us to achieve greater goals. And those are changeable. We can say how much money is enough, how many friends are enough, how many opinions are enough, how many ideas are enough. Well, they're changeable. So we have to look at those goals as important to achieve, something we need to aspire toward, especially when we are young and we are starting our life. But we also need to remember that they are changeable and they can change and they should change. But we also need to go to the idea of what are changeless goals then. If these goals that we all in humanity aspire towards, wealth, position, family, opinions, ideas, and so on, what are then changeless goals that we need to consider? These are beautiful, and there are some of them listed here on page 454. Solemnity, perseverance, fearlessness, serenity, striving, love, wisdom, enlightenment, These are changeless goals. And in fact, what's so interesting that I find in my life and the lives of others that I observe is when we develop any one of these goals, the rest follow. Not only that, but they help all the changeable goals have more meaning for us. Use them the right way, not just look at them as material things to have. It's so interesting. Page 454. Of course, external goals can be used constructively when one is firmly established in the changeless or inner goals. So the key is not to throw out the changing goals. They are important and they are part of our life, living in safety and joy and happiness and with loved ones, but they are not changeless. They can change over time. We can lose loved ones, we can lose our health, we can lose our money, we can lose our property, but changeless goals help us deal with all the ups and downs of life and the changing part of life. So a goal like a mold is like a mold, M-O-L-D. It molds the human life. This is page 455. Good goals, bad goals, changeless goals, and so on strongly affect our life, our daily life. One must be so cautious to choose his goals with enlightened discrimination and intuition. So when we set the goals, when the end of the year comes and you start making goals for yourself, make a list of changing goals that you need to do. Yes, health, money, prosperity, and so on, good friends and good relationships, but also have a column for changeless goals that you really want to accomplish in the next 5 years, 10 years, through the rest of your life. What are those changeless goals that you want that will propel you into the higher worlds? So beautiful. So what are right goals? Right goals provide anything in your life is a right goal if it provides beauty, health, emotional and mental stability, spiritual determination, creativity and clarity in your mind, a togetherness that you see in you. These are all right goals. They're the right ways to achieve goals, and these are things we need to focus on. Be courageous in the world and do not become depressed when you don't accomplish one little goal or something goes wrong. Rebounce again, come back again. Now, there are obstacles to goals, and this is what I would like us to focus on. What are those obstacles so we are aware of them? And when they come up, we don't just give up and throw the towel in and say, too bad, I can't do this anymore. Okay, so let's look at the obstacles, and they're very important for us so that we don't develop these qualities that will stand in the way of our achievement. Okay, I have learned this personally, and I tell you something that you should consider seriously. What's the first one? The first obstacle is that prevents a person from reaching his goal and sometimes makes him a great failure is slander. Slander is when you talk about other people, gossip about people, and even gossip about yourself and say things that are not true about yourself. Demeaning, shaming, fault-finding, being a bully. These are awful things. And I see this in spiritual people as well as normal people that you think are not spiritual. You see it everywhere, and people like to slander, slap people in the face with their words, with their feelings, with their eyes, for example, a raised eyebrow and maybe a You see what I'm saying? It is very, very important for us to see in what ways we slander people, we shame people in our looks, in our gestures, and how does that stop us from reaching our goal? Look what it does. Each one of these obstacles gets us enmeshed in the snake pit. Okay, it's enmeshed in it and will not let us rise above it. When we slander, gossip, hurt, and belittle other people, what are we doing? We are changing our vibration to a low level, earth vibration, rather than a higher universal vibration. Okay, so think of those. With each one of these, where do you want your vibration to be? Where do you want to be living? Okay, what space are you occupying with your mind and emotions? Okay, let's go to the second obstacle. Second obstacle that stands firmly in the way of our reaching the goal is to attack the lofty goals of others. This is done so many times by all of us. Say, oh, what difference does it make? He wants to graduate from college. Oh, so what? They want to run a marathon. It doesn't matter what people want to do. That's their goals. We have no right to attack other people's goals, whatever they are, mundane or otherwise. It might be just the right thing they need to do. So for example, a young person starting out in his or her 20s or 30s wants to get married, establish a family, wants to have a good job, be successful, be healthy, run marathons, whatever. Who are we to criticize that? You see, so do not attack the lofty goals of others. Or even if somebody says, I want to become a spiritual disciple, don't say, who are you to become a spiritual disciple? Look at your past life. Do you see that gossipy, hurtful ways that we can really create obstacles to reaching our own goals? And when we prevent others through our words, our discouragements, to reach their goals, it really hurts us too. It comes around to us. So when a person destroys the higher goals of others, he kills the higher goals within himself. Okay? When a person kills another's goal, he kills his own creative process, his own flight. Okay? So think about that paragraph. Is a really beautiful seed thought meditation right there. So what should you do instead? You could support, praise, say, I encourage you, you can do it. If you need something, let me know. Why not praise people? Why not say, that's a wonderful goal, go for it? Why not? We are not somebody else's goal makers. Let everybody make their own goals and let them thrive and learn. Learn through the experience. Because when we learn through real experience, it becomes knowledge and wisdom for us. Think about that. Okay? Let's move. Number 3, page 457. The third obstacle is so good. It's so good. I hope that you really take time to meditate on this. Okay? The third obstacle that really prevents a person from reaching his goal is an unforgiving nature. Oh boy, you might say, I don't have that problem. Think again. Do you hold grudges? Do you hold people in your life responsible for who you are right now, or what you are and what you can do? Those are unforgiving natures, and it's so interesting to do meditations of forgiveness, forgiving first yourself, and really do that for several days, and then see if you can do the same intense meditation to forgive others and say, I really forgive you. I understand why you did what you did and what problems you were encountering yourself. This is especially important for our parents and our siblings because we get a lot of hurt and pain from that process of growing up. And things happen to us, but it is so important. The greatest and most precious book we have to study is one that cannot be bought. This book is the book of yourself. By reading your pages, you are going to find out why and when and how you need to have forgiveness. Okay? Forgiving others is very important. So it's an obstacle when we do not forgive others and we hold on to that. You can see again how energetically an unforgiving nature ties us down to the ground, to the earth, and prevents us from fulfilling our higher goals. I often see people who have great goals on paper, but they don't do anything because I watch them and I observe. And I've seen this in me, complain about other things, other people, the past, yesterday, what other people did. As long as we stay in that complaining, bullying, slandering mode, we are not going to be able to even take a first step toward our goal. Do you see how important it is? It is so important. Look at the bottom of page 457. I'm telling you, this chapter is really an eye-opener, an eye-opener, and makes yourself confront yourself. Sometimes we turn a page of our book and it is so terrible. Isn't that the truth? But if the pages of the book are blank, you are a fool, you're good for nothing. Isn't that interesting? So he's saying live, experience, try, run after your goals, do what you need to do, and even if you fail, it doesn't matter. At least you've written something that you can go back to and learn from. Okay, this is so poignant. I love it. Go back to page 459, bottom. How can we create goals? So let me, before I go there, so remember the 3 obstacles. Let me reiterate them again before we go to the next part. First obstacle is slander. The second obstacle is attacking the lofty goals of others. The third one is having an unforgiving nature. These 3 obstacles prevent us from having proper goals, going after them, working on them, learning from our mistakes. It's okay. It's better to learn from your mistakes and fail 100 times, and you learn from each one. I see beautiful men and women who have failed in many, many things in their lives, have terrible problems from their families and their past, but they overcome through their striving and setting their goals and really going after them and just leaving the past behind. If you can do that, it is so important. Let's go now to page 459 once again, to the bottom. How can we create goals? Okay, because this is the key. How do you create goals? Creating goals is very easy. You can either sit and hallucinate about all the things that you desire and want, or the goal is within you. It is you. Okay? You are going to eliminate those things that prevent you from reaching your goal. Whatever they are, those 3 things we mentioned or other things in your life. Your own perfection and beauty, your own slow and painful development. You're going to eliminate things that prevent that. And really, in this period, in this season of finding your goals and actualizing them, take time to make a list, make 2 columns like I suggested earlier, of everyday changeable goals that are important to you. I don't want to diminish the importance of material goals, but I also want you to balance them out with unchanging goals that you set for yourself. And let me also say one thing. You may make a list of 100 items, but let's just take 1 or 2 at a time and see if we can really do that. Because as I said before, when I see in my life that I become more solemn and more joyful, other things follow. The goals, the unchanging goals, are virtues and values that all are linked together like a chain. You can't have one without the other. So as you do one and you eliminate all the obstacles, you will see your beingness, your changeless beingness, that is you, is coming to the forefront. It's so wonderful to see that. And you will see also with each accomplishment, you will feel more self-confident, more self-reserved, and you will see exactly how you fit in life and in the lives of others. And you'll be a gift, a wise gift to everyone around you. Okay, are you ready for meditation? This is taken from pages 462, 463. It's a beautiful meditation, and I will really walk us through it. The keynote for this meditation is forgiveness. I think it's a really nice time to do at the end of the year, as Sagittarius comes usually at the end of the year, and to really take this time and maybe make a list of people you really want to forgive and just let go one by one. Put the past behind you so that you can look forward and move forward. If we take one step forward and then turn around and take a step backward, we don't get anywhere. And that's what causes so much pain and misery and illness in us. And it is not a healthy way to live. So let us close our eyes, sit up straight, and put a nice smile on your face. We will say, lead us, O Lord. It is a beautiful, beautiful mantra. I will read it for us, and you can listen or say it with me. If you know it, it is a lovely mantra to memorize and visualize as you say it, as you hear it. Each word that is said, take a minute before we start and just put everything outside the door. Take a deep breath and exhale. Another one. A third one. Lead Lead us, O Lord, from darkness to light, from the unreal to the real, from death to immortality, from chaos to beauty. Take a deep breath. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate. Outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all men love. Let us sound 3 ohms silently or out loud. Think for a few minutes about what forgiveness is and what it does. Clear-headed meditation on what is forgiveness. Try to describe what it is. See how forgiveness disengages you from the past hurts and past issues and gives you a clean space into which you can move. A clean new space for the new year. Now, keeping your eyes closed with a smile on your face, find 3 people in your life, whether now living or not born yet or passed away, and forgive them. Forgive each one. And visualize a drama with each person in which you forgive each one. See yourself saying to them with all sincerity, I really forgive you. Let us do that one by one, 3 people. Let us say the great invocation together, and all the people you've forgiven, have them sit around and be in the light with you. Include them. Don't reject them. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, Let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Now we are going to say 3 ohms, and with each one, fill your space with light and surround in light those you have forgiven, because then we can move forward away from that pain. Okay, let's do it together. Deep breath. Now the second one, deep breath. Third one, deep breath. Put these 3 people in a bubble of light and move through the light and leave it behind to a new space, a clean space that is full of light, full of glory, full of possibility for you. The new goals of the new year await you. That was a wonderful topic. I love the topic of forgiveness because there is always someone in our life that we need to forgive, sometimes over and over and over again until we are released. It could take time. Don't think that just once does it. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you need to do it over and over. Use this month of Sagittarius to let go, forgive and forget. Let the bygones be bygones. Let the past behind you. Move forward through it to your new space of light, new space of goals that you are going to set for yourself. Those changeless goals that will make your everyday changing goals really worth it and a lot of fun. I wish you a wonderful full moon of Sagittarius. Thank you for being with me, and bye for now, and I'll see you next time.